All right, thank you so much for joining us tonight and for choosing us to inform you of what's happening across your world. We begin here. Activist and software developer Rose Njeri was released today on a personal bond of 100,000 shillings. Njeri, who had been detained at Pangani police station for 4 days, faces charges of unauthorized interference with computer systems after creating a website that enabled Kenyans to submit objections to the proposed 2025 finance bill. Her high-profile legal team argued that the charges against her lack a clear legal foundation and infringe upon her constitutional rights. The court has reserved its ruling for June the 20th. Sheila Chelangat reports.
Rose Njeri, software developer and activist, arrived to fully packed to the Brim courtroom ahead of her plea taking today, accused of creating and hosting a website that automatically generated and sent mass emails to the official email address of the National Assembly's Finance Committee, allegedly disrupting the normal functioning of parliamentary systems. With her high-profile legal team led by former Chief Justice David Maraga and Senior Counsel Kalonzo Musyoka, arguing that the charges violate her constitutional rights to freedom of expression and public participation.
And wondering whether Rose should be in the dock or should be somewhere where she is being celebrated for having done a wonderful job.
That charge is defective. And to the extent of its defect, our client should not be made or required to take plea.
Prosecution led by Principal Prosecutor Victor Owiti maintained that the charges are valid and that the issues raised by the defense should be addressed during trial, not at the preliminary stage.
Can that be perceived to amount to interference when Parliament has invited the members of the public to react to the finance bill?
The case has sparked debate, with activists calling for Njeri's unconditional release and criticizing the case as a crackdown on dissent and digital activism.
Because many people are unhappy, reject the Finance Bill 2025. It is her democratic right, our democratic right.
But for today, Njeri was released on a personal bond of 100,000 Kenyan shillings, with the next court date scheduled for June 20th, when the court shall then rule on whether Njeri will enter a plea and how the case will proceed. Sheila Chelangat for TV4.